WNBA officials face broadcaster criticism after Fever HC Stephanie White avoids technical foul. Everybody's getting better except the officials. That was Stephanie White just a few weeks ago, and honestly, we've lost count of how many times she's gone off on the refs this season. The Indiana Fever head coach has been fined already, an undisclosed amount, presumably for her comments after that heartbreaking 90-88 loss to the New York Liberty. But White didn't stop. Game after game, she's been calling out what she sees. But now, well, things seem to have flipped. The officiating drama is still front and center, but this time, White's team might have been on the other end of it. The Fever snapped out of their funk Tuesday night with a 94-86 win over the Seattle Storm, finally closing out their West Coast trip on a high. After blowing late leads in the first two games, they needed this one bad. But of course, it didn't come drama-free. Under a minute left in the first half, Alicia Clark went up for what looked like a clean rebound, but then Damaris Dantas barreled in. Shoulder first, no whistle, no call, nothing. From audience to broadcaster, everyone was surprised. 6-point lead for the Indiana Fever, one said flatly. In another moment, Lexi Hull's shot missed. Clark reached up for the board again, and Dantas snatched it out of her hands like it was nothing. Still, no whistle. This time, broadcasters called it out. And that would be 4 on Dantas if they had called, the commentator added bluntly. Now, you'd expect a full-on meltdown from Seattle's bench, right? Surprisingly, there wasn't one. But the silence from the broadcast booth told the whole story. Also, while the foul count ended up pretty even, 21 on Indiana, 20 on Seattle, it was the non-calls that had everyone talking. This time, the refs may have missed again, but it worked out in Indy's favor. But HC White still had her moments. In the third quarter, Gabby Williams tossed up a three that didn't touch the rim, and the chaos followed. Erica Wheeler came flying in and drilled the second-chance shot. Meanwhile, on the sideline, White was practically airborne, yelling and jumping for a shot clock violation. The broadcaster also pointed out what we were all thinking, that White easily could have been hit with a tech for that outburst. They also added, "I've never seen Stephanie White this angry." She didn't, thankfully, but this wouldn't have been her first tech of the year. Just a few weeks ago, in a brutal 77-58 loss to the Atlanta Dream, White did get teed up with 3:01 left in the game after arguing a call involving Ari McDonald. But she avoided it this time and also walked off with a W. The win put Indiana right back at .500 with a 7-7 record, and they'll return home to face the Los Angeles Sparks on Thursday night. Aaliyah Boston has to be the game changer, as she went full beast mode, dropping career-high 31 points. And then there was Kelsey Mitchell, who kept the Fever's lead intact with some timely threes, going 5 of 7 from deep and finishing with a season-high 26 points on 8 of 14 shooting. Meanwhile, again, it wasn't Caitlin Clark's night. She struggled, putting up just 6 points on 3 of 13 shooting. But that's okay, as the Fever didn't need her to be the hero this time. They led almost wire to wire. And while Seattle tried to claw back late, cutting the lead down in the fourth, Indiana held firm. No more blown leads. While on court, the team surely clinched the hard-earned, much-needed road win. Off the court, let's just say things are still a little messy. It's starting to look like the Indiana Fever's off-season reunion with DeWanna Bonner might already be nearing an end. Bonner, a two-time WNBA champion and one of the most experienced players in league history, has now missed 5 consecutive games for the Fever, most recently sitting out Tuesday night's clash with the Seattle Storm. Her absence has officially been listed as personal reasons since June 11th, but things took a turn when Front Office Sports' Annie Costabile reported on June 24th that Bonner is now seeking a way out of Indiana. This news stunned the women's basketball community, especially given how Bonner joined the Fever just this off-season, marking only her 3rd franchise in a 16-year career. Her move to Indiana was seen as a strong signal of belief in the franchise's new direction, largely because she followed her former Sun head coach, White, to the team. But her time on the floor with the Fever has been limited. After starting the season in the lineup, Bonner struggled to find her rhythm, prompting a switch that moved Lexi Hull into the starting 5. When asked directly about the report, the head coach didn't offer much clarity. "I haven't had a lot of conversations with Bonner recently," she said. Really focused on the team we have right here and what we need to do to position ourselves to win. That response didn't do much to quiet Speckle.